This video is for all the health promoters out there, such as myself. The ones who go around trying to get people to eat healthy. I have other videos where I talk about how to give up things, get over addictions. But this video is about something else. Yeah. This one is to help us. Oh man. Yeah, we could use a little help too. I could have used this advice. Let's see, 6 years ago, a few weeks ago, I could have used a little more. Yeah. But I learned pretty quick then, because we need to understand who we are talking to. Yeah, everybody's a little different. And this video is specifically about people who are not going to change their eating habits. First thing we need to do is acknowledge that these people exist. It gets a little fuzzy on who these people are. Some people just don't think they can do it. That would represent most people. But there are others who just don't care, aren't going to do it. Their egos are going to just get in the way. Too many things working against them. And so it's not going to happen. And you know, not everyone thinks like us. There's people living in their own worlds. We all live in our worlds up in our heads. And some people just don't care about health. They just want to live till they die. They may know that they're going to have problems, but they don't care. They're just willing to accept whatever happens. This is how a lot of teenagers are when they start smoking. They're not thinking that they're going to be addicted to it for the rest of their life, but they know these facts. But I don't fully understand it. You see, we can't understand the way they think. I've been a healthy eater, well, going all the way back to 1985. I started giving up junk. And then you notice other people aren't doing that. And so I noticed there was a difference way back then. Now I'm all the way to fruitarian. I think that's the top level. So I've gone as far as I can, and so I do this as a main hobby, trying to get people to change over the internet. Now, over the internet, I can run into thousands of people, more than in real life. So I'm not just going to go up to strangers. And so I've experienced a lot of the psychology of changing your dietary habits. We need to not waste our time with people who are not going to change or take our advice. And move on and find people who are open to it. I want to get into specifics on how to recognize when someone's not going to change. And it can be tough to do. They don't care about health the way we do. But they care about the way they are perceived by us and the rest of the world. So they will put up a front. They usually won't come out and tell you that they just don't care. Sometimes people have done that. It's kind of depressing. Sometimes I just want people to just admit, just say it. Say you don't care, and then I can give up. I've gotten used to people calling me an idiot. It happens almost every day on the internet, of course. Yeah. That's usually all they say, which kind of gives themselves away that they're just venting. They just want to attack you. That's a good sign right there. If they're just attacking you, then they just want to push away what you're saying. They don't want to look bad. They will pretend that they're open to what you're saying, but then sometimes they'll give themselves away. There was a person I tried to help recently because it was a life and death situation. And that's the only reason I bothered, because I knew it was a lost cause. And looking back, it was a lost cause. I knew because this was an older person who grew up in the 50s even, and that's a double whammy there. Younger people are going to be more open to things. Now, before his heart trouble, we had 2 long conversations, basically the vegetarian debate. It is very typical. You know how that goes. Just any reason to deny meatless diets. It was what it was. I thought heart disease I was hoping it would change things, but it did not. And that's where the low-carb Paleo-Atkins diet comes in. These diets serve as an excuse for people to continue eating meat when everyone knows that it's bad for you and will cause heart disease. This is the lengths that some people will go to. They care more about their habits and their image than being healthy, because they don't want to just come out and say, I just don't care, because that doesn't sound good. So I believe the reason low carb, which means meat, diets exist is because it's known that there's a lot of people that won't give up meat. When they just argue with everything you say, they're not open to it. We have a tendency to overlook that because it doesn't fit our plan. But it's really in your best interest to take the hint. Or you're wasting time and you're getting upset, which is not healthy. The other thing I want to convey is that you don't have to let this all bother you so much, like I have before. You're basically getting upset for the other person. But you should not care about people more than they care. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. I ate in a bad way until I decided it wasn't worth it for me. And that's me. Other people may not be at that point, or they might, their brains might be working differently. You got to keep focused on helping the people out there that are going to be receptive. They're out there. It was us at one time. This will do it for this video. Give it a thumbs up to boost its visibility on YouTube, and share it with people, certain people that you know. I'll see you next video.